Before I get into this commentary, this is a response video to Mad Black TV or Chris Crazy House to some of you. Before I actually really get into my response to his commentary about this, I want y'all to go ahead and hit the subscribe button on his channel. I will leave the link. I will most likely leave it in the description and pin it, that way you can't say you didn't see it, to go and subscribe to his channel. He does very, very good content, and he's a very great artist. As a matter of fact, what you're seeing, this image right here that you see on the screen, he created that. He does very eccentric artistic style thumbnails, but I believe he's an artist by trade. So definitely be sure to go and check out his commentaries, not just this one that I'm responding to, but all the other ones that he has as well. So as y'all saw by the intro, y'all saw that this is a response video to a video that Mad Black TV did, in which he was talking about how there are YouTubers, mainly black YouTubers, who have been doing reaction videos or response videos, however you want to put it, to commentaries about Thomas Sowell. Now, Thomas Sowell is a person who a lot of white people held up in very, very high regard. One red flag I've always told black people is, if PC holds another black person in high regard and say how smart and intelligent they are, and then you go and listen to what they say, a lot of the times you will hear the talking points of a person like Thomas Sowell. Like, they keep propping this person up on a pedestal as if he should be the person that black people should go and get all of their information from when it comes to certain in particular topics. And whenever something like that happens, I have to worry, as well as my antennas are raised. I got the tinfoil do-rag on. Like, it's a lot of red flags there that are just flying in the wind for me. Now, Thomas Sowell is, he's one of those scholarly type of individuals who's been around for a long period of time. But this man has a lot of anti-black talking points, which would explain why a lot of PC hold him up, especially those who don't like black people themselves. So, you'll always have people that white people will prop up as long as they are on the same timetable or on the same wavelength mind of thinking as they are, because they don't see them as a threat. They'll see us as a threat. But so they'll push someone out there or some kind of narrative out there, whether it's a person or some kind of document, in order to keep their narrative alive and up and going, because I think deep down they know they're not going to be here forever. So they need to push this out there somehow, some way, and they'll do by any means necessary in order to make that happen. And Thomas Sowell is one of a few black people that they do that with. Like, this man has written narratives about slavery and all types of stuff, that atrocities that happen to black people, but he spins it in a narrative where it seems like we are the bad guys and that PC wasn't that bad. And you're about to see what I mean in just a second. They tried to do that with Dr. King. The preaching of, the not hate and, the I have a dream. They love to push that out there. But I noticed lately they scaled back on Dr. King a little bit, just a little bit. They'll bring him up every now and then, but not as heavily, because I think they're starting to realize that that video floating around about wanting to come get the check, that's the part of Dr. King that they don't show. It makes you wonder, when they prop up certain black people, what part are they not showing? Because if you think about it, whenever they talked about Dr. King in that I Have a Dream speech, it's like that's the only thing they want us to know about him, because that's the part that makes them feel good, or the one that has them resting in some kind of field of comfort. And that's what they're doing with him, with Thomas Sowell. I'm not entirely sure what his talking points were before he started to talk about whatever he talks about right now that has white people all giddy in their pants. But that's what they keep pushing out there, and they want black people to latch onto. And I'm about to show you what I mean by that, which is really the meat of this video. So I typed this in right here on YouTube, and it says Thomas Sowell slavery reaction. Now, what do you notice about the first three videos? All three people who are reacting to this video are black. Well, with the exception of the third one, I believe he's a south of the Borderian, but he's reacting to a black person react to Thomas Sowell, but look at the title. My liberal friend reacts to Thomas Sowell on slavery. Now, I'm going to start scrolling down and you're going to notice a pattern. One of the patterns, of course, is if you look at the view counts. I've noticed that any video that involves Thomas Sowell, most of them are black reactors and they have a high view count on that particular video. So we're going to start scrolling down. So here we have another black YouTuber. Now hers is kind of low because it said it was posted 4 hours ago, but she may not have a high subscriber count. Here's another one. Here's one right here. Another one. Another one. Here again. Now that's just on about the slavery, but if you keep scrolling down, here's one that says on the current black culture in America. Historical facts that you didn't know, Thomas Sowell. The shocking truth about slavery. Thomas Sowell versus Trevor Noah on slavery and reparations. Thomas Sowell's facts about slavery. I guess that's his channel. Says Sowell explains facts about slavery. Notice what's going on here. Almost pretty much every reactor that I just showed you, and there's plenty more. Those are just the ones I want to show. All of them are black. There's not one white YouTuber on this list, and this is on the front page when you type this in, that reacted to him. Why is that? Because I'm guaranteeing that, because when it comes to reaction channels, what the comments will do is, or what the YouTuber will do is they'll post on the community tab saying give me suggestions of what I should react to. Then some of them they'll put up a poll and they'll put suggestions in that poll, and based on what has the higher vote count, that's what they'll go with. So they probably put the Thomas Sowell in the poll and that one got the most votes. That's just one scenario. The other one, of course, is they'll leave a bunch of comments in the comment section saying react to Thomas Sowell's talk about slavery. They want their black reactors to react to this more so than their white ones, because it wouldn't benefit if the white ones react to it, because it wouldn't literally look so good on them. They have to, as Chris said in his video, as Mad Black said in his video, it's like a grooming thing. They have to indoctrinate their mind to say, oh, Thomas Sowell said this. He sounds pretty legit, so it had to be true. And I bet you in this video, it's going to probably talk about how black people own slaves. And I bet you it's not even going to talk about why black people, quote unquote, own slaves. It's just going to say black people own slaves. And it's going to say how many own them. Just think about what Bob Woodson said in that interview, so-called, with Dr. Phil, and the nonsense he said. Think about what Jason Whitlock would say. That's really what it is. When it comes to I guess you could say the digital grooming that they're doing by putting out Thomas Sowell for black people to react to, and him saying stuff like this, which would be a bunch of propaganda. This is how you create your Sambo and Sambet. And that's what they want more of. They don't want to hear voices like ours. And notice, if I was to do a video reacting to Thomas Sowell's, this video right here that they're reacting to, the view counts will shoot through the roof. Just probably on the title and the thumbnail alone. I could probably disagree with what he's saying. They'll probably troll the hell out of me in the comments section. But it would draw eyes. Just because it says facts about slavery never mentioned in school by Thomas Sowell. Reaction. But I just want you to peep. Again, the view counts are high on most of these videos. The highest I saw was 612,000, but they already had a very high follower base. And then what I did was I started to look at some of their other videos for the video that I was talking about on their channel. And a lot of them seem to be videos that piggybacks off of what Thomas Sowell was saying, in the sense of, let's see how far this branch extends. And those videos had a high view count as well. So the PC commenters or subscribers of some of these channels are the ones that are recommending this. I highly doubt that the black subscribers are asking the people they're watching to react to Thomas Sowell. It's most likely the white ones. Again, notice when I was scrolling through, I'll scroll through again. Not one white YouTuber was reacting to anything related to Thomas Sowell. Now look at this one right here. It says, my friend reacts to Thomas Sowell on slavery, but look at what it says right here in the corner. Black slave owner. What did I tell you? That's probably what a good part of the video is going to talk about, because what they want to do is undo what we've already learned about slavery. But like Mad Black said in his video, you can tell a lot of these people don't even do their own research. They just look at this one video and swear to God that it's gospel, because everything Thomas Sowell said is true. Everything. Yeah, let PC tell it, it's true. Remember, these are master manipulators. And it's a shame that in 2023, there's a lot of people that are falling for it. I decided to take it a step further and go off of YouTube and come to Twitter. And it's going to be a very interesting look. So what I did was I typed in Thomas Sowell slavery in the search bar. And the first thing that pops up is this End Wokeness page, which is ran by a PC man. And it says Thomas Sowell truth bombs about slavery and reparations. I'm not even going to play the video because I already know it's a bunch of BS. And it has to be because this person said truth bombs about slavery and reparations. If a white person says something like that and it has Thomas Sowell attached to it 10 times out of 10, whatever they're posting is a goddamn lie. Now I keep scrolling down and it says, this is the same video. And it's probably gonna be the same video that keeps constantly popping up. Slavery, facts. White slavery was more and prior to black slavery, fact. Black slaves were sold by Africans. Africa owes us all reparations. Thomas Sowell truth bombs about slavery and reparations. So this tells me right here, just in this comment right here, that that's probably what was talked about in this video. Or that's what this person got from it. And this is another PC individual. Now look at the dates. April 24th. The one before this was April 27th. I'm trying to prove a point here. We have this one right here. This Daniel Meyer. It says, watch Thomas Sowell videos on slavery. You will find the truth about slavery. And they're in replying to someone. This one says, as Walter Williams and Thomas Sowell both noted, it was white Christian culture that criminalized slavery globally for the first time in human history, and they had to do it at the end of gun barrels, Thomas Sowell and black rednecks and white liberals. And this is another one, says Hidden Truth About Slavery by Thomas Sowell, part 3, and it's being posted by a white person, a white man, of a black person reacting to the video. And this is the same person right here posting the video of another black person reacting to it. And in this video, apparently they're crying. And this person right here, now, like I said, these dates are recent. These are all happening from within the last week or so. It says, have a listen to Thomas Sowell on slavery. The first slaves were Slavs, which is where the name derives from. And it's so on and so on and so forth. The reason why I wanted to come over here and show this part is because you notice the stark contrast. On YouTube, it's black people reacting to this particular video from this clip that you're seeing right here that's playing. But on Twitter, it's white people that's posting this to share to their audience. So on YouTube, they feel that, let black people react to it over there and we'll post it up over here. We're not necessarily reacting to it, but we got it in our back pocket and post it just so, to push back. Now notice it says slavery and reparations. They want to pull out Thomas Sowell when the talk of reparations has literally gone through the roof with no intents of stopping. Again, they're doing this on purpose. This is all part of their little grand scheme, if you want to call it that. The point is, they feel that they post this enough, and because a black man said it, then it validates them, because they say we say it all the time, but no one's going to believe us. And, because we're white, they're going to call us racist and everything like that. But they can't say that about him because he's black. We already know their trick game. We already know their trick bag. The problem is a lot of black people who are there who are not well versed with this type of knowledge and research that they should be doing, that they will believe anything they say. And because Thomas Sowell is black and it's not coming out of the voice of a white man, then it had to be true. That's why they are so glad that a person like Thomas Sowell exists, because he's doing the heavy lifting for them. It's really sad in hindsight when you think about it. But think about it again. This is coming from a page of a person who calls himself in wokeness, and we know they bastardized the hell out of that word. We know what the word woke actually means, but they took it and flipped it on its head and bastardized the hell out of it, and this is what we got now, unfortunately. But I just wanted to come on here because I wanted to do that response video to Mad Black's video. But again, subscribe to his channel. Make sure y'all watch that video in its entirety so you can get a grasp on what he's talking about and understand where I'm coming from as well. I had to circle my wagon back when I said I don't think there was one white person that reacted to Thomas Sowell on YouTube. And what do you know? I ended up on, you guessed it, Just Pearly Things channel. Now, how I ended up on her channel is because I remember she was having a conversation with her so-called black friend, associate, whoever she is, who you can see right here in this picture. And the reason why it looks dark like this is because she made the video members only, which is why I couldn't find it on the main page. It basically makes it private to the public, but public to the members. And this was a video that she did, I think, over a year ago. And the way that I found it, because I was going to put her picture in right here, and it led me to this. I went to Google Images and I pulled this up and I said, yes, she did talk to this woman about Thomas Sowell, or quote unquote introducing her friend to Thomas Sowell. For those of you who had the opportunity to see the video, her so-called black friend, she looked like she had so many brain farts that she could have immediately started having diarrhea of the brain. And when you listen to Just Pearly Things and the stuff that she's all about, first off, if you didn't listen to The Business when Jason Black completely exposed her back in March, you missing out on some good content. That was actually the time I called into it, the first time I had called into a show, by the way. Very good broadcast. But this is the same woman who also interviewed Nick Fuentes. I know some of y'all heard about that. That's actually where the broadcast that Jason Black did on The Business stemmed from. And then people started finding out other things, including this video right here that you see on your screen that, of course, you can't play because, again, it's members only. She also said she loves Ben Shapiro, and we know what type of mindset he has. So she's also the same person that said that slavery was embellished in so many things. Slavery. The same slavery that Thomas Sowell was talking about in those videos and having black YouTubers react to by their white subscribers, suggesting that they react to that video. This is the same one that said Roots was embellished. A talking point that she most likely got from Thomas Sowell. Things that make you go,